And welcome to another episode of Preparing for the Unexpected. I'm your host, Alex Fullick, and as always, we like to talk about things related to crisis management, disaster planning, emergency management, business continuity, chaos, COVID-19, anything that helps you, your organization, or your community reduce the suffering of negative impacts, and anything that's relatable to that. Now, today I just wanted to talk about something that has kind of been bugging me. And I guess you'll find over time a lot of things end up bugging me in this industry from what I see. But one of the things that I'm seeing that's kind of annoying over the last little while is the lack of crisis management training for individuals and how they respond to media requests and what they say to the public and other instances like that. Um, I know I could point out some political figures right now, considering it's 2020, and you might know who I'm talking to, or talking about, I should say, and a couple of other individuals in the world. But I'm just going to keep it down to the fact of the basics of what they should and shouldn't be doing. In many cases, people, like to hide things. They don't want people to know the truth because they fear that if they do tell the truth, then they're going to be creating fear. But what ends up happening is the opposite. If you don't tell the truth, people fear that you are hiding something, you're trying to cover up. So what do reporters do? Reporters will dig deeper. And they'll find things you didn't want them to find that weren't even related to what you're initially talking about. When you're standing up in front of the media, or you're posting something, like this, using media, a social media platform like YouTube or some of the others, if you don't know something, it's okay. Say what you know and say what you don't know. If you don't know something, don't speculate, don't guess, don't hypothesize, don't look around the room. Well, maybe, hey, that just doesn't work. This is what's happened. This is what I do know. This is what I don't know. And then follow that up with saying the things that we don't know, we hope to be able to address shortly in a future update, maybe an hour, 2 hours, end of the day, whatever the case may be. But standing up there and just spouting all kinds of information, some of it may be true, some of it may be not, doesn't help your situation. It looks like you have something to hide, and people will go looking. And that's what the one piece that I just don't get, why some of these crisis management, leaders and, industry leaders and government leaders, and community leaders, they will say things they know aren't true in the hopes of deflecting, to get people to go look somewhere else. Well, that might work for a very, very short time. It's like, hey, look over there. I might look, but my head's turning right back to you again. So nothing changes, and now I have more questions. Why did you make me go over there? Why do I have to look in that direction? You're the one I'm talking to. Well, why are you doing that? And that only tells people, the public, the media, other people in your industry, your competitors, all your friends, family, are, what's this person hiding? What's Alex? I'll use me as the example. What's Alex hiding if he's not answering my questions? If I don't know something, be honest and open and say so. If I do know, be open, honest, and say something. This is happening quite a bit lately. And maybe it's a fear factor for COVID-19 that, we don't know who's got it, who, when they're going to get it. It seems sometimes we go to large events and nobody catches anything. It seems other people go to a small gathering and half the room catches it. So maybe it's there, we just don't understand things, but when it comes down to it, if you're not telling the truth right up front, it's not going to look good on you. The media won't be on your side. Your employees won't be on your side because they're going to know the truth. They're going to say, Bob is saying this, this, and this, and Sally said that, that, and that, when in reality, it's such and such. Then you run into a problem of your employees getting on social media and starting to send messages which will contradict your message. Even if you're telling a lie, they will contradict it because they know the truth. Now you've got two different messages out there, And of course, people are going to question you. And you're not going to come across as a knowledgeable person or a credible person, especially if you are willingly and knowingly trying to spread, falsities, trying to cover up for things that are occurring. And this is happening a lot more and more in crisis management these days. I'm seeing it in various news reports where different people just don't want the truth to come out. Yet when the truth comes out, people look at them with a lot more respect. Years ago, I think his name was Michael McDonald, with the food company up here, Maple Leaf Foods in Canada, where we had a listeria outbreak. I know I'm probably getting his name wrong, but my apologies for that. His example only just cropped into my head as I was talking. And he just took responsibility for the crisis. Tens of people died, many more were sick. Factories were closed, had to be cleaned, and he just took responsibility for it. Instead of pointing the finger, oh, it's somebody else, oh, well, it's not us. He just stood up. This is what's happened. This is what I know. This is what I don't know. This is what we're going to do to fix it. He garnered a lot of respect, for taking, accountability and responsibility for what was occurring. He knew at the end, there were people that had died. Try to cover that up. How are you going to cover that up? It's not something you can do. That's just, it's irresponsible, and it's almost, unforgivable in situations like that. But unfortunately, we've got people standing around still doing that. And the more they do it, the more we keep digging, and the more they keep trying to cover things up with another lie. You can't dig yourself out of a hole by continually digging down. That doesn't work. And that's what seems to happen with a lot of these crisis management team leaders and corporate representatives speaking in front of the media. When they know they've been caught wrong, when they've been saying falsities, they try to cover it up with something else. That's wrong again. They're never going to get out of that hole, and it just makes them look bad, and everyone around them who subscribes to what they're saying and thinking look bad as well. Time will tell us, down the road, who was a good crisis manager and who wasn't. But who will be identified are those that stand up, tell the truth, be accountable, tell us what they know, tell us what they don't know, give us an idea, hopefully, of when they can give us an update on things they don't know, and keep us in the loop as to what's happening, what's really happening. It tells me they have an understanding of what's really going on, what the impact is, not just on their organization or community, but on the people that have been impacted by a situation. If you liked that video, thumbs up. If you didn't like that video, thumbs down. But leave a message and let me know what your thoughts are. If you'd like to be a guest on the show to talk about something related to business continuity, disaster management, COVID, personal well-being, anything that's relatable to those subjects, you can reach me through my LinkedIn profile, which is in the video description. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. In the meantime, stay prepared, everybody.